So the Fed is open to dropping interest rates not once, not twice, but 3 times next year. At least this is what I had. I haven't done a significant amount of research on this, but I saw a couple of headlines. I haven't read the articles. And before I even read the articles, I said, let me take a look at what the 10-year Treasury is doing. And lo and behold, it's sitting right above 4% now. This is why you have to listen to me, my friends. Look, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not right all the time. But I'm right a hell of a lot more than I'm wrong. That's just a doggone F-A-T, fat, F-A-C-T, like Joe Biden. It's a 3-letter word, J-O-B-S, jobs. It's a 3-letter word. Remember Bo Jiden when stand up, Rush Limbaugh used to do this clip. It's so funny. Stand up, Chuck. Tell him who you are, like in Missouri or something like that. And Chuck is in a wheelchair. And actually, divided to his credit, this guy is a good politician. To his credit, I will never forget when I will never forget when they're all like, Biden, Chuck is in a wheelchair. He goes, oh yeah, I'm sorry, Chuck. Well, we'll stand for you. He did. It was literally a masterpiece. I mean, he can't do that now because he has no brain anymore. But this was like in 2006 or 8 or something like that, 10, something like that. It was literally a masterpiece in stepping out of the poop that you stepped into. Stand up, Chuck. Stand up. Show them who you are, Chuck. And they're like, Biden. Chuck's in a wheelchair. He goes, oh, yeah, I forgot about that, Chuck. Everybody stand up for Chuck. Stand up for Chuck. I was like, man, that guy, he's good, man. No other way around it. You know, he's a sack of freaking excrement, but he's a good politician. I'm not going to lie to you. A lying sack of excrement. But anyway, so the Fed is thinking about, at least is open to cutting interest rates 3 times next year. Now, who knows what the hell that will, who knows? Dudes, do you not see what's happening? I don't know how you can't see this, man. The GDP came in, or the CPI came in at 0.1 this last month, all right? 1.1% month over month. And people are like, it's still a 3.1%. That 3.1% was from the previous 12 months. It's 12 months, a year over year, essentially. And the problem is, the benefit, whatever, how you want to look at it, the vast majority of that 3.1 was when? The beginning of the 12-month cycle. Folks, the high inflation is over. I'm just telling you right now. It is. That does not mean there won't be high inflation in some categories, but I'm telling you, because the cost of energy has gone down. Why has it gone down? Because the war in Ukraine is, Russia's winning. Remember, to say Russia's winning back then, or basically Russia has won, you would literally be called it's weird, you're like called a Nazi. You're like, wait, but the Nazis are on the Ukraine side. That was kind of weird. Or you'd be called a Putin stooge. You're like, just to comment the inevitable that Russia is going to win this. And I don't like Ukraine anyway. I like Ukrainian people. I don't like the government of Ukraine. I don't like Putin very much, but certainly I'm even Steven when it comes to Ukraine versus Russia, but I certainly don't want our blood and treasure going to support these freaking corrupt politicians in Ukraine. So the fact that we can now say this open, that Russia is winning, and as such, the war is winding down, which means the price of energy has gone down. And you can see it in CPI. You can see it in GDP. Well, GDP was 5.2% in the third quarter. Well, we'll see. That's not going to stick. But let's just say it did. That's freaking great. Low inflation, high GDP. And, I guess that must mean I'm a Biden supporter. That's what Jill had emailed me. Some people say you might be a Biden supporter. Apologist, and Jill wasn't saying that, but I was like, I was just talking to my daughter. I was like, dude, if the numbers are the numbers, regardless of your view of economics, if the numbers say the left is right, or up is right, I'm not saying the left like the commie left, I'm saying going to the left is right, and going to the right is wrong, or going up is right, and going down is wrong. If the numbers show that, you got to go with that. And the numbers are literally showing some of the old economics textbooks that have been told to us from the University of Chicago boys, never mind the Paul Samuelsons, we got the John Maynard Keynes types, the mercantilists, if you will, and then you got the Paul Samuelsons, and you got the Milton Friedmans, and they're all wrong. They're all wrong. The Austrians have never been tried, so let's try the Austrians, and they'd probably be wrong too, because the thing about economics, there's no actually right answer. We just don't know. But we tried the mercantilists, the government spending. We've tried the Paul Samuelson's, kind of a little bit of fascist, where you say, hey, big government spending, spend, government debt and all that. And we've tried the monetarist of Milton Friedman, and none of them are working. If pointing that out means, or none of them have worked the way they described, if pointing that out means I'm a freaking commie left-wing pinko, okay, I don't know what to tell you, man. If I'm an apologist for Biden, okay, it's silly. I'm just like, dude, I'm not, but whatever. I don't see some of that. It's kind of like, you're a racist. That doesn't bother me the least because it's not true. And if it's not true, I don't care. You can call me whatever the hell you want. It's just not true. It's kind of like saying, you're fat, Josh. Well, I'm not fat. I'm 177 pounds. I'm just not fat. 5'9", 177. So it'd be like, oh, you're fat. Okay, it doesn't bother me. You know, people say, you're ugly, Josh. Well, that bothers me. It's like, that's why my wife won't, have relations with me. How dare you say I'm ugly? Then I get mad. But if it's true, if it's not true, I don't care. You call it whatever that you want. It doesn't bother me. Anyway, the idea that the Fed is going to cut is amazing to me, and that just shows you where this economy is going in 2024. Be prepared for the stories about how the Fed beat inflation, but they're not going to tell you the second part of that, which is how the growth of the economy is weak. And there's going to be job losses. You can see it a mile away. And there still could be stagflation. I'm not saying there's going to be deflation yet. It's coming for sure. I mean, anytime you got a population bomb, which is happening, deflation is inevitable. But I'm just telling you, man, be prepared for 2024 where the news will say, inflation's whipped, Biden's winning, as people are getting laid off. You're just going to have to come and see that and say, this is insane. But inflation is being beaten. That's just a fact. It has nothing to do with the Fed raising interest rates. Oh, it's so frustrating. All right, love your thoughts. We'll see you.